Wel- Welcome to the Pog Gaming Podcast. I'm your host, Crookedhead. I'm primarily a Call of Duty YouTuber. My link is right down there. MLG Crookedhead, at MLG Crookedhead, and my Twitch is twitch.tv/Crookedhead.
I'll go. Hi everyone, it's me, Sergeant Zombie Pepper here. Kind of taking a little backseat today. Sorry for like the XSplit crashing. We're kind of having problems with it, so kind of stick in there with us, guys. For those of you who are new to the stream, I only do Twitch right now. I've been having like an insane schedule right now, so I've been slacking on the live stream. But as of right now, I'm doing the Telltale Wolf Among Us, Telltale, The Walking Dead, and then I've been playing Portal 2 with my boyfriend because he's never played Portal 2. Blasphemy. But yeah, you can just look below me. There's my little name, so you can follow either of us. We would appreciate it. If you'd like us to follow you back, just send us a message, and we'll be more than happy to follow you guys back.
Absolutely. So we got some great topics lined up tonight. First one is Yodcast canceled a Kickstarter game, primarily saying that it was too ambitious, but there's probably more behind the story, as a lot of stories have it. They said it was a good thing. They said that the backers will get their money back, or they'll be happy with whatever ends up happening. And I saw that the studio that was making it, Winter Cool, I think that's how you pronounce it, is probably going to go out of business because of it, because, I mean, that was a big project for them, and they got kind of ripped away from them. So does this, like, change your vision of Yodcast, like, change your view of them?
Well, for most people who don't know, like, Yodcast is, they're like a couple of YouTube guys, and they primarily do Minecraft videos, and I know they've been working on this new game, but pretty much what they were saying, it's just, it's lacking in what all these people are putting their investment money in. If you're going to have people funding your video games, you need to live up to their expectations. You need to kind of do what, if the money's not coming out of your pocket, you really need to step it up and kind of make a game of what these people are actually paying you and giving you money for free for. So I'm not really too familiar with the whole game, just kind of watching videos about it. And apparently it's like kind of glitchy, and it's just having a lot of problems. So, I think, yeah, if these people don't want to lose any of their money, that's obviously the best business-wise choice to make, is to pull the plug on these people, and it's best for those investors.
Yeah, I think it was like, I looked and it said it's $570,000. So like, yeah. I would be pretty angry if I was backing a game and then it comes out, lackluster. I mean, that's a lot of money. You should be able to make a, fairly good game for that kind of money.
And a lot of these other like indie developers, they're making these video games for money out of their own pockets and still making these pretty phenomenal games. The fact that these guys had $500,000 to make a game, like, come on, you got to step up and take responsibility.
Yeah, I saw the head of the studio was saying, like, this is, like, we're new to it. We weren't ready for the challenges. I bet Yodcast was expecting, a very, very good product since they're so popular on YouTube. So I think anything but, like, top crust, I mean, I gave you $500,000. Anything but top crust is not going to cut it, so...
Yeah, so pretty much the game, it's a no-go. Their studio is going out of business. But the two guys will probably still continue to do their YouTube channel just because they're huge on YouTube. Do they have this? Is it the same YouTube name? Do you know that they?
They upload under the same.
Okay.
It's Simon and Lewis. Yeah, they're both on there. I don't know if they have like other YouTube channels, like their personal one, but I know most of them, 7.5 million subs, they're all on their compiled YouTube channel. I think they do most of their videos together anyways.
And it kind of sucks because I know one of their backers was like, they made T-shirts, they made stickers, they made toys. You know, they expected a lot out of this game, and they just lost so much money. Now they're going to have all this apparel and all these other merchandise sitting around their house, and really not able to do anything of it because the game came to nothing. It was just nothing.
Yeah, that's really sad to see because it could have been a really fun game. We don't really know. We never get to really see if it was developed properly what could have happened. I think we've talked about pretty much, we think both of us are in pretty much agreement that it was the right thing to do. Basically, the investment was, you know, best use of the money was to give it back to the backers because it's obviously not the game that they basically invested in.
Yeah, Mexi, it's Yoke Ventures, the Yoke Cast game. That is what we're talking about. You can probably just look it up real quick. It's kind of like a Minecraft type of game, but it has like a little kind of like RPG type feel to it. But if you look at it, it's really, really similar to Minecraft. They have the zombies in it, so you can kill the zombies. And you can just like have these cute little characters that it's not very block-like how, you know, like the 8-bit style of Minecraft, but it's still kind of really similar.
Yeah, it seems like the storyline's like Minecraft, but the graphics are more like a more high-quality game. Something, not high-quality. Minecraft, but I mean high.
Kind of reminds like a Jack and Daxter, like old Naughty Dog and Crash Bandicoot like type of art.
Yeah, so similar storyline, different graphics, pretty much, from what I've seen of it. So the next topic is the Xbox One sales have doubled since they unbundled the Kinect. So I mean, personally, I would be much more like, I don't have an Xbox One, I want to say that first, but I would be much more likely to buy it without the Kinect. One, from the price point of view, and two, just from, you know, the Kinect, you know, it could be watching you, recording everything you do, like the sketchy NSA part of it, yeah.
Well, me and my boyfriend both have Xbox Ones. They kind of, I have one right here, and then we have one just, you know, right there. I wish, you know, at least I would have held off on my Xbox One just because of the lack of games. But I like the Kinect. We like controlling the Kinect, but only like one at a time. If both of our Xboxes are on, and we're playing a game, and my boyfriend goes, Xbox, unsnap, Xbox, go to party chat, and all of a sudden, like, my party chat pops up, and I'm in the middle of the game, like, are you freaking kidding me right now? So that thing with the Kinect is, like, you can't have two Kinects on at the same time. Like, one of us always has to turn our Kinect off, and it gets really obnoxious. Yeah, Mexi, we like commanding using. It's still a little iffy. It could deal with like a lot of work, but I know it's like $100 cheaper though now. It's like $399 for the Xbox One now.
Yeah, that's what I saw. So I think that's a much more attractive price point. Probably more competitive with the PS4. It was $100 cheaper at launch, I think it was. I mean, then again, I mean, the Kinect with all the voice commands is pretty awesome, but at the end of the day, we're all pretty much lazy gamers, so how much are we going to be doing those games like, you know, Dance Dance Revolution? Maybe you could get some stream numbers from that, but it's not not a game that we'd probably commonly associate with people like us.
I use my Xbox Fitness like all the time, so I think, I don't know if you're like all into those types of things. It's good. I enjoy it, but like I said, you would only need one in the house, especially if you're living with, you know, other gamers, which is, you know, my boyfriend and I, we both game excessively. So if I wish I would have held off, we could have saved $100 and bought probably a couple games out of it. And then Mexi, it would be awesome if Kinect could recognize the voice of the owner. It doesn't recognize your voice, but it recognizes your face. So it's also something that's annoying because our main Xbox is for our TV, and say my boyfriend's on his, like, or on mine over here, and he walks past the TV, it will recognize his face and log him out of his account, and then it'll log him in on the other one, and he gets pretty upset. But it recognizes faces really easily. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, one of my friend's dad and like all of his friend gamers. Sometimes it recognizes, sometimes they don't, so it like gets all messed up, but they probably look similar or something. I don't know.
I don't know. It never recognizes me. I always have to like go in manually and change in. But yeah, I could have saved like $100 just because we only need one Kinect. We don't need two Kinects.
Absolutely. I mean, especially if you can't use them like together, then there's really no point of having two.
I have so many clips from my boyfriend recording from Battlefield because he's like constantly like, Xbox, record that, and then I'm over here playing like Titanfall or something else, and it's just like recording. It's like me walking or running. I'm just like, I just checked my thing, and I had like 10 clips of just nothing happening. It was nothing cool. Oh, what up, Squatty Potty? Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, what's up, Fallen Frog? That's saying hi to Squatty Potty. Wow, that's like Inception. So our next topic is going to be that a camera crew leaked the strategy of Team DK for the International 4, a really big Dota 2 competition. Prize pool is something like $11 million. Yeah,
I think it just went up to 11 million. Oh, I kind of like cringed when I yeah. I was cringy when I read this story. It's really terrible for, the team. Wow, it's a big goof.
Yeah.
It's so pretty much what happened was Team DK, who's a Dota 2, they're in the championship for the 11 million. A camera crew came in and they recorded them during their practice, and I think it ended up getting like live streamed or something like that. And it was like their main strategy for the entire tournament. And now they're completely, SOL with that whole strategy. They have to come up with something totally new. For those of you who aren't familiar with like esports, Team DK is like a huge Chinese Dota 2 team. So
I think, from what I've heard, they had a good chance of making it pretty far. So I know they didn't lose their first round game, so it didn't really destroy their first round, but it's probably not against as good of a team. So it's going to really be interesting to see if they end up going with a different strategy, somehow modify it quickly, because I mean they've probably been practicing that strategy for a fair amount of time, so it's going to be hard to just switch and still play at the top tier level.
And Rolly is saying that the prize pool is about 10.8 million, so yeah, just a little under 11. But I'm sure eventually by that time it's going to get up to 11.
Yeah, from what I've seen, I saw the growth of it. It's the top team's getting $5 million, so $1 million each. That is legit.
And then I think they said that they'll actually be streaming that tournament on ESPN.
Yeah, ESPN 3. I was watching it today. It's legit. And it's like, it doesn't go down that much. Like it does go down 5 times, but it's still 1.5 million for the second place team, 1 million for third place, 800,000 for fourth, and then like $500,000 until you get to 8, and then 50,000 for everyone below that. So I mean, it's, even if you don't win, I mean obviously you're gunning for the $1 million each, obviously, but you're still making a fair amount of money. Like, there's really nothing to be looked down upon. I think this is like a really interesting, from like a business standpoint, being able to field 11 million. It was 1.6 from like the developer and 9.2 million raised from the community. So I think other not contests, but like competitions should look at this and see how they could implement it. Because I mean that's pretty sweet, and I think the community like each person, it's not costing them much money. It's like $285. It just adds up when you have millions of players.
Yeah. And then for those of you who aren't too familiar also with the whole Dota 2, so not like how huge Dota 2 is, check out this indie film. It's a documentary. It's called Free to Play. It's done by Valve. They made this documentary, and it kind of follows some of the top Dota 2 players. And you kind of get the backstory of these guys. and they come from like all parts of the world. There's like one dude who's still playing on his like 1999 PC. Like, it's just, it's pretty crazy. And this guy, he's one of the top people in Dota 2, and it follows like some, I think, South Korean guys, and just, it's really interesting. Check it out. It's called Free to Play again. So you'll kind of get the whole deal of how their tournaments work and what's really like on the line for these guys. A lot of them are like college guys, and their parents are like, why are you playing video games? You need to go to college and get a real job.
Yeah, I think that's with a lot of pro gamers out there. But I was thinking like, do these guys just play Dota all day? But they actually don't. Like, I think it was something like 13% of them are working on their PhD. Like, these are very intelligent people, because it takes a ton of intelligence to, figure out this is what they're doing, how to counter. They only have 30 some seconds during the draft to pick the individual characters. You can't repeat characters. You can get characters banned. So it's a ton of short, very, very quick decisions that you have to make. So I think it's, highly interesting.
Yeah. It's so, I was going to say something, now I just totally blew out of my mind, and just have a lot of that stuff going on. Yeah, I forgot I was going to say.
So I was just going to ask, what do we think should be done about this? What could be done about this without making it like an unfair advantage to DK? I mean, it's not something that the competition. I think it was kind of like an independent film kind of person that got into it. I don't know who did it, but like, what could be done?
Well, it was a actual company that shoots footage. It's called GameFi, and all they've done is pretty much apologize. There's not much else you can do, really. Their strategy, it's gone, it's out the bullet. Hopefully their manager for the team is good enough and had other strategies up his sleeve, but a lot of these guys do have multiple strategies. They do practice them, but I think, I remember what I was gonna say. I was gonna talk about how they all live in like these gaming houses, and they all sit there and play. And so these guys, they go to school, they study, they come home, and they just don't sleep. They'll sleep for like an hour or two, but they'll stay up and do their homework and practice. But so I'm sure they like I said, they have tons of other different types of strategies. So it's kind of sucks. That was probably their best strategy. That was the one that they felt confident in, and that they were probably the best at, and communicated the best at. So that was just out the door, and they'll just have to move on and figure out the next best thing.
Yeah, I think it's kind of sad. I mean, again, it's $11 million prize pool, but I was looking at the other tournaments of Dota 2, and like most of the prize winnings were like 50,000 for first place. So like, this is really the one shot to make enough money to where your parents would probably say, okay, maybe I accept gaming is legit. Maybe. I don't even think that's enough. But yeah, for some of these people.
Yeah, but so they'll just have to kind of get over it. It still sucks. It's just like, man, that game company is probably, or that film company is just never getting hired, probably, from anyone else, because no one wants that. I'm just going to take a little time to remind everyone, if you haven't followed the Hauppauge gaming page, be sure just click the follow button if you're not. We try and do our podcast every single Saturday around this time. Don't forget to follow Hauppauge on their Facebook, their Twitter. Like I said, all the links are right below. And then don't forget to check either one of our Twitch pages out, and click a little follow button and follow us. So yeah, you can go on to the next topic.
Oh yeah, so obviously this is a Hauppauge Gaming podcast, so we have to talk about the Hauppauge Gaming products that we use, love, and create this great podcast that you guys are watching right now and we're part of. So if you have any feedback, please send it to streamteam@hauppauge.com. I'm sure that will be in the chat over there.
It's scrolling on the bottom.
Oh yeah. Scrolling. Okay. So, and you potentially could get a free bracelet doing that. So
Yeah.
first, the new products for Hauppauge are obvious, or like the newest line of products is the HD PVR2. There's 3 of them: HD PVR2 Gaming Edition Plus, HD PVR2 Gaming Edition, and the HD PVR2. They all use HDMIs, so no more component cables. I know that's something a lot of people are kind of complaining about. I think the next-gen consoles don't have component output, right? Okay,
Nope.
so it's all HDMI, so you can't really use HD PVR1 anymore. So they run up to a 1080p. They run on Mac and on Windows, so no operating system limitations there, so anybody could buy these and use it. Can record game chat. They're compatible with the Xbox and the PlayStation and come with all the cables and cords. I actually found my HD PVR1 cables were better than what the Xbox gave me, so they're very high quality cords. They can stream to Ustream and Twitch TV, like what we're doing in Twitch TV. You can do that in Ustream also. The main difference between all of these is the HD PVR2 Plus, or HD PVR2 Gaming Edition Plus can record 5.1 surround sound, and the HD PVR2 Gaming Edition cannot. So that's really the only difference that I know of between them, but they're all going to give you probably the highest quality stream out there, so highly recommend them.
And then their newest product is the HD PVR Rocket. It's this cute little tiny thing. It records up to 1080p. You can also use this on PC or Mac. The only thing is it doesn't record in surround sound, but it is compatible with Xbox, PlayStation, Wii. And the cool thing about it, it's portable. So it's super, like I said, super small. It's portable. You can take it over to your friend's house. It does do live streaming now, so you can also record to your computer for your YouTube channels, or you can also use it for live streaming. And we are in the process of doing the face cam, so that should be coming out fairly soon. Yeah, and that's the HD PVR Rocket. So that's the newest one, and it's really little cute one.
Yeah. Does look quite cute, and it's really high quality. It's no joke of a captured device too, so that's really cool to see. I got to get my HD PVR2 soon. I really want to get a next gen console to be able to record, so that's on my to-do list.
Are you still using the HD PVR?
HD PVR, yeah.
For those people who don't know, you can actually trade in your old HD PVR and for the HD PVR2, and it's a lot cheaper of a price. So you just mail in your old PVR and they'll send you on. I think it ends up coming to like $70 or something like that. So it's way cheaper.
Really good, yeah.
So if you just go to the Hauppauge website, you can just search and trade in old PVR. That's what I did to get my PVR2 Gaming Edition. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah, so look it up.
Definitely gonna have to do that. Yeah. I really don't need an HD PVR if I have an HD PVR2 so that's a good deal, yeah.
The quality is so much better. I've been so happy with mine. So let's move on. Yay.
Yeah. So the next topic is Portal 2 has is it a new game mode or like a new, I don't know. A new mod that doesn't have portals, which is like kind of crazy to think, Portal, the name.
Taking the portal out of portals.
Yeah, it's different for sure. So the portals are replaced with gel guns that allow you to like run fast and like bounce around. So I think that's definitely something interesting. Can it still truly be called Portal is my question for you.
Well, the whole thing, all the levels are pretty much the same. I think they already have the portals there. So you don't have to worry about shooting your portals. It's like getting to those portals. So you have to use like that super one that makes you, the orange one that makes you run super fast, and then the little blue one that makes you bounce around. And then I know it has like the white little goo that you shoot and to create, your other stuff. So yes, Mexi, I did play Portal. I know. But yeah, it's cool. So someone made a mod. It's a new storyline, but 27 levels, which is cool. And it has its own level editor, which is pretty sick. I think the trailer for this should be playing in the chat if I'm Oh yeah, yes it is. Yes it is. So if you check it out, you will see like you don't have your portal gun at all. And
the goo gobber.
I really want to play this. Like, so it makes me so excited. Portal is probably one of my favorite game series of all time. Dude, it just looks so sick. I could sit there and watch it all day.
Yeah, I'm watching like a 5-second clip on loop right now, and it's still exciting. It's really. Do you think that makes? Oh yeah.
Oh, go.
Keep going.
No, I was just gonna say, for people who want to know what the mod's called, it's called Aperture Tag. So if you want to look it up, it's Portal 2 Aperture Tag.
I was just gonna ask, do you think it's more attractive than the original, or do you think it's, just if you played Portal 2, you're gonna like it, regardless if it's got gel or if it's got Portal?
Yeah, I think if you're just a fan of the Portal game, you'll still like this game. It's not gonna be Portal in a sense, and I think that's why they're calling it Aperture Tag. Because it's like new characters and then like new voice actors, so it's not going to be part of the original storyline. I think, yeah, it's a completely different like kind of game from it.
So there's there's a new game called Smoking Simulator, and the simulators are just taking over the gaming community right now. It's like, doesn't really simulate smoking, but it's called Smoking Simulator because you have to do all this stuff, or like kill everyone is the point of the game, before your cigarette runs out. I got some time to play it. It's a free online Unity web player, and its graphics are pretty good for a game that you maybe would say like isn't gonna be that good. The storyline, whatever, going to kill everybody. It's a little hard to figure out like how to get out of your computer to get up and like kick the desks over and punch people to the ground. Sounds horrible. I'm sorry if that sounds horrible, but it wasn't the most intuitive. Like, it's not normal to want to do that, but okay.
Oh, these simulator games are getting so ridiculous. Like, the trailer, it's pretty funny. I mean, it's like kind of shows like, oh, it's a boring little day job, and then also like this like rock music starts playing. You just start tearing stuff up, and we'll see. Like, did you beat it? How long is the game?
I mean, I only played. I played, and then once the cigarette runs out, it goes like you're dead or like you're smoked or some like fancy saying. But the only thing that was kind of weird was like if you run into the desk, it just flies. Like, it's not like you actually have to destroy it. It's like you're just like a freaking bulldozer. You're like, it's like this is ridiculous.
So is there like a way to beat it, or is it just to go buck wild?
I don't really know simulators like if they actually have a storyline, but from what I saw, there's no way to beat it. Maybe, go for a high score of people killed or like, like desks hurted in a corner or something. I don't know the point of the game, to be completely honest. Whatever floats your smoking simulator, I guess.
Oh my god. Because I thought it showed like a boss, like you fight your boss, or is that just, it's not like an actual boss like in a video game, it's just your boss in the office.
I like it. When I was on the computer of the simulator, like in the simulator, again, Inception, computer and a computer, but they have like your email, and it's like messages that pop up, and it's like your boss is like, you did something wrong, you're fired, and then you're just like, no, if I'm fired, then this place is getting destroyed, and it's going down. So you just go on a rampage. And I don't really know where the smoking comes in. Maybe you're just like addicted to smoking or something, but I don't know. Like, and then you just go on a rampage, killing people, like pushing desk chairs into a corner. I'm not the most storyline like followed person, so I kind of just went for the kills and pushing desks around. So I mean, it was fun. Definitely not a game that you could play for a while. Personally, I couldn't play it for a while. I played one, and I was like, okay, this is a good experience, but not going to take the place of Call of Duty, Minecraft, or any of the other innumerable, big games out there.
The chat wants to know if there's different types of cigarettes, or is it just the one?
It's basically just a time bar. Like, it's just one cigarette, one speed. It's I don't know. Maybe you can ask a developer to put in your favorite type or whatever the heck you want. Cigars. That's that would be a whole different game.
That's the sequel.
Oh yeah, I mean they gotta withhold something. Such a broad topic. Who knows?
You get home and you're still mad, so you tear your whole house apart, but while smoking a cigar instead.
Oh yeah, steal a cigarette boat, go to Cuba. Gotcha.
Oh gosh. For those people who don't know, we try and find like these ridiculous simulator games. So last time we did our podcast, we talked about like Rock Simulator. Oh my gosh, I was like crying. I was laughing so hard, that game. Check out Rock Simulator also. It's hilarious. You're a rock. You could just choose your different types of rock. If you want to be a big rock, a small rock. It's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, the pet rock sold a lot way back when. So, I mean, some of these simulators, who knows, could really take off. Like, I know Goat Simulator is not huge, but very big for a game that seems kind of so simple. Yeah, I mean, it's honestly the smallest things. We're going to be talking about the App Store later, but, the apps that take off are the small, stupid ones. But they're so ingenious because, what you want in a game is something you could play for a while. I mean, the App Store is a little different. You want something quick and easy, but games are just something that you can play for a while, something different kind of thing. I think some of these simulators could honestly be pretty big one of these days. Mm-hmm. So I've said before, I use the HD PVR1. I've been using it for 2 years. It's been nothing but great quality. Streaming with it, that's why I'm getting the HD PVR2. And I think that's going to be a great choice on my part.
Yeah, I use the HD PVR2 Gaming Edition. Love it. I actually have on my Twitch page a video of me. I'm sitting there, I was playing Final Fantasy 14 online, and the doorbell rings. I'm like, and it came in the mail. I'm like, my PVR2, I'm so happy. And I got to go back to live streaming on my Xbox 360 and my Xbox One. And I know that like the Xbox One has like a DVR built into it. I never use it though. I only use my HD PVR2 Gaming Edition. Because that way I can put it through XSplit and add my cool little overlays, whereas, on Xbox you can't do any of that.
Yeah, I mean, on MW3, I think it was MW3, they implemented, like, you can upload straight from the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
There's a
just...
feeder mode.
Yeah, and I mean, I thought as a YouTuber, like, oh god, this is going to be a ton of people coming into the community. I didn't really find any super high quality, like, it's not the most high quality. HD PVR is, like, exponentially better. And the streaming through the games is just not as good as a PVR plus a external software. It's just, I don't think they're gonna have the dedicated servers or like your Xbox. They don't really have extra RAM, so to speak. So I think your best bet would be not to bank on the built-in Twitch feature, the built-in YouTube feature. It's just not going to be as good as HD PVRs.
Yep, no, I will probably always use mine. And it's really small, so it's like, that big, doesn't take up that much room. It always sits next to my Xbox One. There's a cool little light that goes around it. I like lights. We have a light behind our TV too. So I won't ever use my Xbox One DVR. It's always gonna be my HD PVR2. Love it. I haven't used any other product either, because when I first started gaming, I was on a Mac, and it was the only company that had a PVR that was compatible with a Mac. So if anyone is starting out on a Mac for gaming, this is the way to go. It's the best product to use for that. Oh, and the Mexi's saying that the PS4 actually has a video editor in it, which I didn't know. But
I mean, that's pretty. If it's a good video editor, that's actually really surprising.
I feel like it might be
wasn't
like kind of
expecting.
hard to edit on that though.
Yeah, I mean, you got thumbsticks. You got to like keep moving over. Like I don't know. My computer editing is going to be where it stands. I'm not going to be using an editing software on a PS4 or otherwise. So.
Well, I'm an editor for because I'm in film school, so I edit.
Oh yeah.
So I have everything to edit, so it's really easy for me.
Yeah, there's no point.
All right. We shall. How about we do another topic? One more topic. Before we take a break.
Yes. Okay. So the App Store. 80% of the games on the App Store are now, quote, zombie games. Zombie games are games that pretty much never make it to, like the masses. Not most people know about it. So basically it's saying 80% of the games you're never going to hear about, never be, or are not popular. And to me, that doesn't seem surprising at all. Even the 20% that aren't zombie games, so to speak. I mean, to me, that's surprising because you guess that's 4 out of 5 are zombies. So 1 out of 5 is not a zombie. So if I were to implement that to other things like YouTube, if you were to say 1 in 5 videos is semi-popular, that would be, outlandish to say the least. So what do you think about that?
Well, my name is Sergeant Zombie Pepper, so I love zombie games, anything to do with zombies.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure I have an entire section on my iPhone for zombie games, and it's filled with 10 little games. So it kind of makes sense. There's always so many zombie games. I think with the whole, all the zombie movies that are coming out, The Walking Dead, TV series, the comic books. I know there's a few animes that are dealing with zombies. Zombies is just a huge subject right now. It's main media, popular. Everyone loves zombies right now. So I think everyone's just kind of trying to milk that out and be oh, if we put zombies in this game, people love zombies, especially gamers. Gamers love killing zombies. So I just would not have realized it was in the App Store that 80% of them are video games. I think it's saying that there's about 1.2 million apps in the App Store, and 950,000 of them are zombie games, which is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, when they say zombie games, they're not meaning the topic is zombies. They're just meaning it's not popular. I just wanted to, say that. So I think that's what I understood it as. So they're saying 80% of apps are not popular. I know zombie games are, starting to take off. Call of Duty Zombies on my phone, I was on round 60, but it's meaning that they aren't popular and they're quote zombies because they're sucking the life out of the App Store or something like that. Someone's trying to be fancy with their terminology.
Oh, I just saw the title and I thought it just says they're zombie games. Oh, but they're mean. Okay. So yeah, they're just pretty much dead games.
Yeah, and they're not coming back to life. Yeah. Maybe a couple downloads a year or month. I don't know what, I'm not familiar with my zombie game classifications, so.
Okay, I'm just kind of skimming over the article. Yeah, they're not actual games, but games that don't even rank on the store. Wow, that's just saying how many games that there actually are. That's pretty insane. I just know especially iOS and Android, a lot of people who are starting out building games, that's kind of just what they're doing. So I feel a lot of beginning developers for video games are kind of going into phone games and all that. I know I even have a friend right now who that's what he's working on. He's working on a smartphone game for Android, I think.
I have friends that that's what they do. Just probably because it's so cheap. It's only $99 a year to be a developer on probably the largest game store. Probably Steam's bigger, but one of the largest game stores in the world.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a lot of games. So yeah, about 80% of the games no one even plays, you guys, believe it or not. We just kind of
Support the small developers.
Yeah, it's just pretty much if one game gets lucky and people start playing
yeah.
it and they tell those people, then those are the games that are like kind of breaking off, and then anything that came out even before it, they're getting they don't have that following, I guess. So I guess it's all about people going out on social media and getting the word of their game out.
Oh yeah. It's all about getting, one friend, and then the other friend wants to beat that friend, and just keeping the train going. The chat seems to like zombie games, and I think obviously Sergeant Zombie Pepper like zombie games. I do enjoy my fair share of zombie games. Also, there also is like a ton of zombie games on the App Store, so I could totally see where you're coming from that standpoint.
So I think it's about time we take a little bit of a break right now. Everyone can fill up on their snackies, and I know I need water, so.
Water.
So we'll be back in a few minutes, everybody. We're just going to take a quick little break, and we'll just continue talking about more topics. Feel free to stay in the chat with us. We will be talking with you, even though we're kind of on a little break. And don't forget to follow Hauppauge on their Twitter, their Facebook, and don't forget to hit the follow button here on their Twitch page. So we'll see you in a little bit.
Pieces. Welcome back, guys. I'm Crookedhead. She's still Sergeant Zombie Pepper. We haven't changed, We're still here, more hydrated, ready to go, obviously. I'm joking. That was good. I'm just joking.
Gosh, Joe, you keep messing up today.
Okay. So I'm Crookedhead. She's still Sergeant Zombie Pepper, and our next topic is a survival shooter comes from nowhere and it beats DayZ and Rust out of the top 10 in Steam. It's called Unturned. It's obviously extremely popular. It's like a combination of DayZ and Minecraft. Seems like a lot of games are trying to be like Minecraft. The Yogcast one looked like it. It made its top 10 on Steam. To me personally, I don't know a whole heck of a lot of about Steam top 10. So how hard is it to get in the Steam top 10?
Well, I'm guessing you have to sell a lot of games. No, I'm not too big on Steam
Okay.
either. I play a few games on Steam. But yeah, this game is kind of out of nowhere and it's one of the top games, but it's a free-to-play game, which seems to be the hipster thing these days, is every game is free-to-play. But yeah, it just came out this month, like the first week of this month. But when you check it out, yeah, it's exactly like Minecraft, but it's like you're in DayZ, kind of.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. I've actually never heard of this game up until right now, so
Yeah, same.
it really has come out of nowhere. And then they do you can upgrade your account apparently, so you get the game for free, but you can upgrade it. You'll just get like more skins, you can change your character a little bit more. You'll get better servers. You'll get special loots that drops in the crates. And then I think the game just all in all look a little bit better than the free-to-play game.
Yeah, to me it kind of looked Lego Star Warsy. I mean, that's the game that I would most liken it to. Obviously, I've seen DayZ, but I don't play it personally. But it definitely does look Minecrafty, the blocky people.
It does. It looks fun. Like I would totally play this game. Like just looking at this, and I would probably spend the $4 to upgrade it. I don't know if it's monthly or if it's a flat like $4. It's like $3.99.
I hope it's forever because I don't really like the whole monthly thing. But yeah, for sure. Because then I buy it and then I feel obligated to play it all month to get my money's worth. And I mean, $4 times 12 is a large number. So
yeah, it's pretty
like 48, something like that. If I can do the maths.
I'm trying to figure out how many games you would actually have to get downloaded. But I'm only finding.
Steam stat, maybe, whatever. Well, it is definitely nice to see that even with the gold account upgrade, you don't end up being like God mode. Like too many free to play games out there are like it's free to play, but you have to pay to win or even contend to win. So it's definitely nice to see that some developers like people that stick to the free to play and still want to be at the top tier.
Yeah, so I just looked it up on Steam. They're actually in the top 5 games on Steam right now. They have about 52,000 people playing this game as of right now. So that's pretty crazy. That's right under Civilization 5, Team Fortress 2, Counter-Strike Geo, and Dota 2. So it's up there with these huge games. It's beating games like Garry's Mod, Elder Scrolls, Payday 2, Counter-Strike, DayZ, Borderlands 2. It's beating out all of those games. Yes, some of those games have been out for a little bit, longer now. So I can see everyone kind of trying to get their fill in this game. But they peaked at 62,000 players, and they already have like 9 hours are 9 million hours played of this game, and it came out, what, 10 days ago, 12 days ago? That's pretty insane.
Yeah, that's really crazy. I'm definitely gonna download that.
Yeah, Rolly said he's downloading it right now too.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, maybe we can connect up and play a bit. Who knows after the stream? I'll see how that works out.
I wonder if is it multiplayer? Is it?
Yeah, we'll definitely. If you want to follow one of us on Twitter, Hauppauge, whatever, we'll figure something out. Maybe I'll play with you guys if it's multiplayer. If it's not, then I'll go cry in my bedroom. But no, actually, so the next.
Yes, it's multiplayer. It's multiplayer.
Oh.
I just don't know how. Maybe
how many
4?
people?
Yeah.
4?
Maybe.
This could work.
I don't know.
Well, we'll get the details as we go. Maybe after the stream, one of us will tweet it out. So the next topic is actually very interesting. Almost not hilarious, but it's definitely something that I've wondered about, but never saw it until now. It was a situation where I don't know if it's called TSA over in China, but one of the people that are supposed to be protecting the airlines from like bombs or stuff that you're not supposed to bring on the plane was playing a game. They don't really disclose what game it is, but from what they could derive from the things he was saying, it was League of Legends, huge online game. It was in China. So it's very popular over there. I mean, I guess he's going for those EXP gains on the job. I don't blame him, but, you got to protect the flight. So after he went through, the little scanning machine, his money that he put in the box, I think it was like 40 pounds, $40, something along those lines, was gone. So maybe the League of Legends guy, snatched it. Who knows? He got that fast reaction time after all.
He has to use it to pay for his account. No,
skins.
If anyone notices, hey, the security guard right here is supposed to be keeping an eye. He's not. He's sitting on his computer desk playing games. Yeah. Oh, they're not looking. I'm right behind this guy. They're not going to know I stole his money. That's negligence on the TSA, the airport security, let's call them over there. That's their job. They shouldn't be sitting at a computer desk playing video games. That's what you go home and do. You're not getting paid to sit there at an airport security to play video games. You're getting there to watch over people's stuff, make sure that no terrorists are coming on, no bombs, no nothing, no weapons. That's your job, is to do that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's really scary. And who knows, maybe he could start, screaming out. I play a bit of League of Legends. I don't know if there's anything like a bomb, but if you start screaming like bomb down or something, who knows? This could turn out pretty bad. If you say, I don't know what League of Legends, ganking, that's about the only one I know. So I was just wondering, do you think games have any place in the workplace? Obviously, we agree that you can't be doing it if you're a security guard trying to protect people, but like any place in the workplace.
Well, it depends on if you're in a corporate business. Absolutely not, unless you work for a video game company and they're telling you to play this video game to test for bugs. That's when it's okay. But besides that, no, you shouldn't. That's what it's more of a relaxing thing, or it's a good little hobby to have, is to play video games. It's not for your work. I would be so furious, because if I was in that line and noticing, hey, this guy's playing video games, anyone can sneak a gun in right now because he's not paying attention. A lot of people could have died, and he's lucky that it was only $40 that got taken. It wasn't something worth more. But I know that this airport security company now they're kind of in a lot of trouble right now, and there's an investigation going on, but they still have no idea what happened to this guy's money.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a bit of blaming the guy playing League of Legends. I mean, I guess I would blame him too. He's the easiest target. But you shouldn't be playing League of Legends in the workplace, period, especially if you're supposed to be, protecting people. Then that's, a really big problem.
Yeah, that's your job, is to ensure people boarding the flight's safety. So he's really lucky that he probably got fired, no doubt about it. Also,
maybe he purposely did that because now he wants to switch over to Dota and play in the international for $11 million. Maybe he's one of those people up there and they misfound that it was League of Legends. Who knows?
He's training.
Yeah, I'm sure if he wins that $5 million prize pool, I don't think he'll be a security guard much longer. Anyways, so he's rolling those dices. So the next topic is modders are beginning to hack into Mario Kart. Just from the headline, without reading anything, first inclination was, like Mario Kart is like the game of my childhood. I don't know about yours. And it was just, a game that you went on and played, ate blue shells, as I think every Mario Kart person does. And it just brings back good memories. And then when you see hacking or modders in front of it, it's like, dude, come on, you're destroying my childhood. It's Mario Kart. Come on, guys.
Come on. I hate hackers like in video games. I think it's just so unfair. Like, you are just doing something so you could get perceived by others as being better at the game, and I don't know. Like, modding's fine. I think modding can be really cool, and people have a lot of fun with mods, and a lot of cool games and DLCs come out of people modding. But hacking to pretty much make yourself faster in this. I'm watching the video right now, and it's him playing as Luigi. I'm trying to figure out what this one. It was Mr. Bean 35,000 VR. He did like a Twitch live stream of like how to hack the game, pretty much. It's so lame because this is a game that you play online with other people from all around the world. And like how much frustrating that can be for everybody else who's trying to have fun and play this game. And you're like pretty much not being able to stand a chance against this guy.
Yeah, I mean, back when I was playing, it was on like, the GameCube, and there was no online, like, even idea or concept of online playing. So I guess if you're going to hack and mod and it's offline, it's not affecting any of the players online, I'm not going to say I don't have a slight problem with it, but that's the place to do it. If you're, it's like cheating in school. I mean, if it's a class that doesn't count and someone's cheating, I still don't approve of it, but that's the place to do it, not in a class that counts and helps you get into college. So that to me is, if you're going to cheat and it doesn't affect anyone, not more power to you, but like, it doesn't bother me if it's not affecting anyone. But now with the online stuff, I'm sure you're not just modding to get, the high score or beat your friend's high score on your, local account like it used to be, trying to beat your friend's high score or be on their, all the high score lists on every map, Rainbow Road going for no fall offs, back in the day, those competitions they used to have, it brings back good memories, and then modders, that kind of destroys it.
Yeah. I know something that he was like kind of proclaiming was that he's not showing these videos to be considered as hackers for people to do better, but it's simply as like for like speed runners of the game, and that it's not going to be all about cheating. And because I guess a lot of people in his chat were kind of getting like mad at him, or on his YouTube page, they were saying that it is cheating, and he's saying it's not cheating, that it's just to show people he doesn't use it. But I'm not really sure what he was doing. I'm watching the video, and
from a personal standpoint, I think if you're showing hacks, mods that are a little bit different, hacks to the populace, you're just as bad as the person that figured out the hack. I'm not of the personal opinion that if you show it to everybody, if everybody's hacking, then everyone's on an even playing field. That doesn't, fly with me. I'm cool if you're like a counter hacker, and you're looking for, hacks in the game, and then you tell the developer to make the game better. But to publicize it, I'm sure he has that stuff monetized if he's one of the biggest. So now you're making money off telling people to hack. I'm not cool with that. So, I mean, yeah, I don't personally play it, but if I did, I'd be pretty angry.
Yeah, this is actually, I really wanted to play Mario Kart 8, but I don't have a Wii U yet, so I'm still waiting to get one. To spend all my money on moving, so moving is expensive.
Yeah. Gaming too, you know, it can be expensive. I'm just joking. So now on the same kind of topic of Twitch, there is a mystery man that's donating tens of thousands of dollars to streamers. I mean, that's awesome. If I got the $10,000 donation, like, I'd move to a cool place. Maybe you got a $10,000 donation. You're not telling us. Probably never mind.
No, I wish.
So based on his name, people think he's an oil baron or somebody that made a lot of money in the oil industry. I think that some of that's probably stereotypical, but it's, you know, likely that he definitely made a lot of money. One of the streamers that got a huge donation from him actually knows him, and he is, you know, keeping it pretty private what he actually is. They didn't tell us who he is or like what he did, and he just said all you need to know is that he's a very wealthy man, and that's really all that he wants known about him. So I mean, he is, you know, really supporting these big or not necessarily big streamers, but streamers, which is really cool. Like $50,000 given away is no joke. And I mean, that's great. That's helping the Twitch community. That's helping the gaming community as a whole.
Yeah.
What would be the first thing you'd do if you got a $10,000 donation on Twitch?
Probably pay off my student loan, man. That'd be the first thing I do. But I noticed that some of the people who got it was Soda Poppin', and then someone that I actually follow on Twitch is Legendary Leah. She got about $22,000 from this mysterious man. People in the chat kind of been a little bit quiet, so just post in the chat. If you were to get, you know, at least $10,000 worth of donations, let us know what you would do with it. Be interesting to see what you guys say. But yeah, nobody knows who this guy is. It's pretty crazy, and from the, you know, everyone's saying it's legit. They are legitimately getting this money. And I always noticed on Legendary Leah's page that this, you know, this name, and I've always seen like the 20,000 something dollars. Like, someone has literally like messaged her or like sent her that much money. That's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. Most of the ones that I go to, even like big streamers, it's like $100, $200, $500. But I mean, $22,000 is no joke. And that's clearly not some kid that stole his mom's credit card. That, you know, wouldn't let a $22,000 transaction go through. So I hope not. This kid just stole his parents' credit card. That would be a funny story.
Oh,
that could be, but I don't think it is. That would be actually like really interesting, but obviously
it's some horrible. Like really rich kid's dad, and the dad has no idea this kid's just donating all this money to him. But if they have that much money,
for crying out loud.
Yeah, if they have that much money, I'm sure he's just like, don't do that. It's like $20 in.
I don't watch his stream. Don't donate $50,000. Just donate $20,000. Be modest with your donation.
And you can see videos of all these guys like who they posted on like YouTube of them getting these, and you know, it's pretty crazy. Like, they look like they're like crying almost.
I mean, I've seen people get donations for $100 and like freak out. I would freak out if I got a donation of $100 even. So I think that's like, I think the first would just be awe. Second would be like disbelief. Like, there's no way someone would donate $20,000 to my stream. And then third, when you realize it's legit, I mean, I don't think there's like a celebration for $20,000. It's like, you know, you got your hierarchy, but that's far above the top tier of the hierarchy. I don't really know. Mm-hmm. I've never planned it until now. Who knows? Got to donate $20,000 to see
it. That's funny. Okay. So, next topic.
Next topic. Civilization 2 is now on the App Store. There's a lot of Civilization games now on the App Store. You know, I mean, obviously you got Clash of the Clans. Way back when we had like Sir Meyer's Civilization, Sir Meyer Pirates. Those were, you know, the first computer games actually that I played way back when. Those were good games. I still have them. So it seems like the Civilization category, you know, isn't a new thing, but it's definitely started to become popular again. I mean, I didn't hear about any of these Civilization type games until the past like 2 years. I guess they're having like a revival or something. So Civilization 2, from what I saw, it looks pretty similar to Clash of the Clans. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, League of Legends, Dota 2. There's differences, but the same, you know, general idea is there.
Yeah, they're putting like a more modern twist on it.
Yeah.
I've been reading. I looked through it. You can choose like between like a bunch of like all the presidents, and then you have like more. You start off with like older artifacts and older weapons, and then I think as you go through, they're more and more modern. Is what I'm kind of getting the gist of.
Apparently, it's $18.99.
On the App Store?
I'm gonna check that right now. Yeah, it's $18.99. That is ridiculous. Do you think the guy that's donating $20,000 into the stream is the only person you want to get to buy? That's crazy. 99 cents is high from 99 cents. You know, that's okay. Anything over 99 cents, $2.99, $3.99. I mean, you're talking big bills now. Like $18.99. That's like a half decent computer game. Like that's a lot of money.
And the fact that it's only on iOS, it's like not even out on Android. I don't think. I think it's only iOS. Wow.
His first comment when on the article I read was $18.99. Are you high? Like I totally agree. Like. Now I'm awestruck. Like I got $20,000 donation, but these people don't know what's up. Let's see how many downloads they have. Actually,
obviously they're not the guys from Unturned who have a free-to-play game. They are asking some mucho bucks. I mean, the fact that you can only play on your little tiny smartphone here, or maybe your iPad, you know, that's probably how you want to go.
With like iPhone, iPad, iTouch.
Yes.
I mean, but
it's not even multiplayer.
It's the sequel to Sir Meyer Pirates Civilization, like I was saying earlier. I didn't know that, but I mean, I really don't even know what to say. $18.99. I mean, I've heard of apps for like, you know, like a ton of money, but that's for like professionals. This is like, oh my, Abe Lincoln with the peace sign. I mean, you would have had to invest back then in order to get that kind of money. My God.
I think one of their big mistakes here is like no multiplayer. Like you're only playing against AI, so it's not even a game that you can sit there and play with your friends. I don't know how many of your friends would actually pay the $19 to buy an app game, you know. So, but I don't think this game's going to really make that much money. A lot of people are going to be completely deterred away from the fact that it's $19. And like you're saying, people have a hard enough problem spending $2, $1 on a game. Everyone wants free games.
I mean, where the money's at nowadays is free games with add-ons inside.
Yeah, with microtransactions.
Yeah, $18.99 is like, I don't even know what to say about it, but honestly, that's like, you could buy, you know, 4 or 5 apps with a bunch of in-app purchases and be like God mode on those 5, or you could be, you know, hanging with Abe Lincoln with the peace sign, you know? Like, okay, you don't know, maybe they sold a lot and good for them, but personally, I'm not going to be a player of Civilizations 2 for $19. I could get a couple Chipotle burritos for that, and I think that's a better use of my money. $5 footlong? You know, it's 3 Chipotle burritos, or not, no, that's wrong. About 2 Chipotle burritos or 3 $5 footlongs and 6-inch. Like, that's, you know, got half a week of food stash or
a game that you're probably not gonna play.
I think I gotta go the Chipotle, the Chipotle food stash.
Should be like a free-to-play game on like Xbox 360, like in their arcade. That's what I see it as. I don't see it as.
I pay the $18.99 for like a Chipotle burrito or Chipotle burrito simulator. Oh my gosh, that's what I'm making. I'm not gonna be able to make it. Yeah, you just make burritos and then you make it, then you send it over to Chipotle, and then they make it, and then you go over there, you get it. Oh, game ideas flowing tonight. The next topic.
That one a little awry. Okay. Anyway, next topic.
Yeah, that's me for you. Next topic: Destiny beta gets a tech breakdown. So they were looking through like, I'm not sure every line of code, but most of the logical paths through the game. And from most of what they said, it's pretty dang good. There's not very many problems, which is pretty impressive for a game that is so hyped. I'm sure they nitpick the smallest things. It looks like a great game for that matter. What do you think about Destiny? And pretty much, just, do you think? I mean, no problems. That's pretty crazy.
I mean, I'm sure there's still a few bugs.
Oh yeah,
they're not gonna, like any other game, especially since this is the beta version of it. It's the beta version for PS4, mind you. It hasn't even come out on the Xbox yet, for Xbox One yet. That's next week. The beta starts for Destiny.
Yeah.
I'm totally hyped for this game. I haven't pre-ordered it yet because I was in the midst of trying to figure out where I was living, so I didn't want to pre-order it and then not be near where I wanted to go to the midnight party for it. But they're saying that and the graphics look phenomenal on the PS4. They're living up, they're saying that it is pretty good at 1080p. But I haven't really watched any videos of the PS4 footage of it yet, or the gameplay. I know I saw a lot of people streaming it. Yeah, but I just didn't get time to watch it. But I'm watching a video right now, and it looks pretty amazing. It looks a lot like Halo, with like Borderlands to me.
I think it's made by Bungie, right?
No, it's made by Bungie. Yeah, who did?
Yeah, so I mean I think that was kind of their point. Halo was such a good game. So many good memories in Halo. But once you switch to Call of Duty and then coming back to Halo, it takes so long to kill people. Hopefully Destiny gets a good medium between the two. I think Call of Duty, sometimes you die too fast. Halo, maybe a little bit slow. So I think this could strike a good balance between the two and be a really, really cool game. It's definitely going to be popular. I definitely think I need to pre-order or buy it. I don't know. Next gen console, HD PVR 2, Destiny, all on the top of my list right now.
Oh, so I'm reading further into it, and they're saying that it's actually averaging about 30 frames per second, which, most people on these next gen consoles are expecting like 60 frames per second. And they're still kind of dealing with a lot of like shadow and character blend issues. The scenery still seems pretty good. They're trying to add depth to ambient noise. So there's still a few things that they're still working on. They're also saying that the pixel count doesn't look that great as of right now, and that it's taking a little bit of time to render.
Yeah, as things go, that's not too large of a problem. Like, you could deal with it, but if they can get the stutter or the stutter out of it, the shadows, they can work on in later update if they end up at release day not looking so good. That's easy enough to update. That's not a game changer. In my mind, I'd still buy it if the shadows look a little bad.
I know the beta, though, for the Xbox One comes out mid-next week, but it sucks because it's during Comic-Con, and I forgot I had a beta key for it, and now I won't be able to play it because I probably won't be home. Looks like we have a bunch of Bungie fans in the chat. Maxie's saying that it's a company he will always support, and people are agreeing. But Gaming Since Gaming said the only issue GSG has experienced with Destiny is dropping out of games on both alpha and beta.
Yeah, that's
probably something that they would need to fix, because
yeah.
I know, like, Titanfall, I play Titanfall and we still get dropped out of the lobby you're in the lobby for about 30 seconds and it just kicks everyone out if you don't start the game, which is really annoying. So GSG, let us know, did you like the alpha and beta? Have you enjoyed the game so far? Is it worth buying? Just let us know in the chat what your thoughts of it were. And anyone else who has played it on PS4, let us know in the chat box what you think about the game. Because I'm really stoked about it. It's a game I've been waiting for all year, and all of a sudden now these cool games are coming out within the next couple months, and pretty excited.
Absolutely. Bungie is just one of those game developers that really doesn't let you down. Halos have always been amazing. I'm not going to rip on my Call of Duty too much, but with the different developers coming out every year, it's kind of like they're pumping it out, trying to suck as much money from people like me as they can. And sadly, it's successful because I keep buying them, but it's just so much developer jumping. I would say it's just gotten worse. MW2, amazing. Black Ops, Black Ops, some people love, some people hate. MW3, one of my favorite games too. MW2, MW3, both of my favorite Call of Duties out there.
Mine too.
Yeah, totally agree. I mean, it's hard for me to articulate why those games were the way they were, but Black Ops, Ghost, probably the worst Call of Duty out there ever. I totally agree with that.
So bad. I've
just been miserably playing it. And then Halo has just been, progressively better. They keep the same game mechanics, but you feel like you're playing a new game, which I'm not sure how they achieve that, but it's definitely something different than Call of Duty. You always feel like you're playing the exact same game, but it's just bad sometimes. I don't know. It's just bad.
I think with Call of Duty, it's just a lot of not just making these games way too fast and turning them out way too quickly. And I think the whole problem with Ghosts, especially, which made me stop playing Call of Duty all in all, was the spawning in that game. It was just completely terrible. It was awful. It was the most frustrating thing. It's like you couldn't spawn without someone from the other team spawning immediately behind you and just shooting you in the back. And it happened probably 10 to 15 times a game, and you're just like, oh my gosh. So that's why I'm kind of filling in my FPS time with Titanfall, which I'm actually I know a lot of people have not liked that. I like Titanfall a lot. I've been having a lot of fun with it.
Oh yeah. I play Call of Duty because that's what I've chosen to put on my YouTube channel, but I don't enjoy Ghost anymore. I hope the next one's better. Hopefully, I'm not going to pre-order it. But who knows? I might not be a Call of Duty YouTuber much longer if the next game's at Ghost or worse.
Well, since you like Bungie so much, will you be getting the Master Chief Collection? And have you looked into getting that? Because that's something that I'm really interested in pre-ordering. I know pre-orders they're started, I think, for the Master Chief Edition. Yeah,
sure. I don't normally get anything but the basic edition. And most of the time I don't buy too much DLC. I do buy DLC occasionally on the games that are really good. Like Call of Duty, I don't buy it anymore because, more crap maps are, more crap maps. So I'll definitely look into the other games out there more because I'm going to have time because Call of Duty's Call of Duty. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Master Chief and for Halo 5, so those are a few games that I can't wait to play, and I can't wait to get my hands on Destiny, especially. And
yeah, we're gonna have to get Destiny too.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And so pretty much Gaming Since Gaming said that they were addicted to it. that they were having withdrawals from, not playing it.
Yeah.
Well, there was something to help make Ghost before they closed.
Yeah,
Ghost was just the worst. It really, really is. And then Joe wants Titanfall. That's pretty much like the only thing I've been playing. I've been bored with all my other games, so I've just been playing Titanfall.
Good choice, I guess.
Yeah.
I think I get Titanfall too. Man, I can see how the games add up really quickly. If you want this game, this game, this game. Yeah, that's why free games are so awesome.
But yeah, Destiny is released on September 9th for anyone who is wanting to play it. So I know it's 2 days after my birthday, so I'll probably be getting that for my birthday.
Oh yeah.
Woo woo.
Happy future birthday, I guess.
But I think we're done. We'll just kind of wrap everything up, I guess, right now.
Looks like Halo 5's going to be released in 2015, like everything, apparently.
Like everything else is.
Every gaming podcast, 2015. 2015. Yep. Everything's in 2015. It's kind of sad, but yeah.
All right. Well, I just wanted to thank everyone for coming to the Hauppauge Gaming Podcast. Like I said, we try to do this every Saturday. Just kind of gets a little bit hard when I've been so busy, but I just want to thank all of you guys out there in the beautiful chat for hanging out and chatting. Don't forget to follow Hauppauge on their Facebook, their Twitter, and then click the little follow button underneath the video chat. Anything you want to say, Crooked?
I would like to thank Hauppauge, obviously, for giving me the opportunity, also for making such a great products out there. Obviously, thanks to Joe. Some technical difficulties tonight. Sorry about that, guys. I promise you, Joe's not a bad producer. It was just an off night. I'm sure we'll have that figured out by next week, so none of that will happen. I know I'm kind of talking for Joe. Hopefully, he's on the same page with me on that. Obviously, thank you guys in the chat for hanging out with me and Sergeant Zombie Pepper. And thanks, Sergeant Zombie Pepper, for the chat and talking about the news.
Yep. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Yeah. Don't forget to follow Hauppauge. Me and Sergeant Zombie Pepper.
Yay.
Or that way.